baby, I like it raw. Raw Advantage likes it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Hey!
Guess what, everyone? This is Chris Kennel from therawAdvantage.com, and I got 3 things I am so stoked to share with you today. First off, a new recipe from my TRA Retreat Treats book. It's here for you today. So something that if you've been following me for a while, I've been teasing you with for probably over 2 years now. My Sag Veganeer recipe. East Indian TRA Retreat Treats is pumping it out. Thai food, Mexican food, Italian food, tons and tons of stuff. So that brings me to number 2. The book is out. If you're watching this right now, you can check the link right here and pick up your own copy by donation. Some people think I'm completely nuts offering my services and offering my ebooks by donation, but I really do that because I want to connect with you guys. I want to spread this out as far as humanly possible, make sure anyone and everyone can benefit from these recipes. And hey, if you love it a ton, feel free, you can donate more. Just keep on hitting the donation. I'm just joking. But anyways, do whatever you like, but I really hope you love that book, the recipe at the end of the video. And the third thing is my new updated website. I've been waiting to update my website for seriously over 2 years. I've been fighting for it and working, and finally I got together the group of people. So stoked that I'm working with such an awesome crew, and you know, it's all together. It looks beautiful. Thank you so much, Ryan, and thank you so much, Sarah. Like so many people I need to thank. Florencia, for all the work they put in for my book and my website. And you know, I'll just let you know, the TRA Retreat Treats book, you know, it's been 3 years in conscious creation. It started out when I first came out with this book, 101 frickin' rawesome recipes, 101 frickin' rawesome recipes, 101 frickin' rawesome recipes. This is my mainstay of my diet. Super simple, 811, you know, hygienic, well food combined, 1 to 5 ingredients. And when I put this out, I said, ooh, in 2 months I can come up with my next book, kind of a transitional book. Grew into a giant project that ended up kind of giving me a headache. And while I was at my retreat out in Mexico, a culinary skills retreat that I was co-hosting with Megan Elizabeth, we said, hey, you know, why don't we put together all the retreat recipes, the best recipes, the ones we enjoy the most, the people request the most, people love catered affairs or a Woodstock Fruit Festival, and make an amazing book so that they can have that and I can give it to my retreat goers. Well, it was just gonna be a little book. It ended up being a big one, you know, so that's what TRA Retreat Treats is. This is the cream of the crop. Megan's recipes, my recipes, Beata from Casa Access Mundi in Mexico, and then also we did these retreat treats at Finca de Vida in Costa Rica. So those retreats, I'm having 3 retreats this winter as well. You might want to check that out here, the retreats. And otherwise, Retreat Treats is out, and otherwise, the video with the recipe is coming up next. And otherwise, check out my website. If you haven't checked it out before, you know, share this with everyone. This is something that anyone and everyone can benefit from. Ways to get in tons of awesome raw foods. Ways to just enliven and enrich your life with high vibrational foods and so much more. It's a lifestyle. So if you check out my website, therawAdvantage.com, you can sign up for 3 free ebooks. These 2 ebooks, the new one, TRA Retreat Treats, and 101 frickin' rawesome recipes. 101 frickin' rawesome recipes. It's all up by donation, as are my services, you know, if you need some coaching or anything like that. But anyways, the website, beautiful. I'm so stoked for it. I hope that you guys love it too. There's a couple secret Easter eggs, some things you can, you know, scroll over, click, and some other fun stuff. And I'm ecstatic. I've been up burning the candle at both ends, as they say, and it's all coming to pass, and just in the nick of time, because pretty soon is Woodstock. I hope I'll see you there. I hope you love this. I plan to have paper copies at Woodstock, and tons of new stuff coming out always, so much love. Here's the recipe. I hope you love it. Please, again, share, comment, like, email it, you know, stamp this on your dog and, you know, spread it around, you know. It's by donation, you know, anyone can have access to these simple recipes that seriously you could serve at a raw restaurant or at a gourmet cooked restaurant, and people will be like, oh, what? Really? Pat my back one more time. Shameless. I'll see you guys soon. Much love. This is Chris Kennel, Raw Advantage. To the recipe. Alright, so I'm super excited to share this recipe with you. I've been teasing you for a long time. If you've been following me on Facebook, I've been showing pictures of my Sag Veganeer for a long time. And a lot of people asked for that recipe. I've been waiting for this series, so here it is. Interior treats coming out with Sag Veganeer. Now, what's Veganeer? It's my rendition of paneer, a cheese. What is Sag? Well, you may have heard of Palak paneer and Sag paneer. What's the difference? Well, Sag paneer is traditionally made of spinach because Sag is spinach. In the recipe book, that's what it calls for. Today, I went and picked from the garden. You know, the fresher food you can get, the fresher greens you can get, the better. So being a mix of greens, I used a little bit of mustard, a bit of chard, and a little bit of an Asian green, makes it a Palak paneer, which is mixed greens. Now, first, to start this recipe, we have to make coconut milk. So come over here, let's check this out. So, we have a beautiful, organic, brown coconut. It's very delicious. You notice there's the 3 eye holes. We'll be opening from there. To do so, we have a wine opener. The beautiful Vitamix. To me, the blender of champions, the best in the world. The tamper is really valuable. You can actually get this on my site with free shipping from the link below, so check that out. I definitely recommend one. I've had 3 over the span of 13 years. My sister has one, my brother has one, and we have one here at home, and they're just amazing. So let's get started. Generally, the biggest hole is the softest and the easiest to get the wine opener into it. If you get one, you might need a straw to siphon it out. Otherwise, sometimes you can get it into 2. If you can, it makes it a lot easier to pour. And then we simply pour the water into the Vitamix. Here comes the fun part. Alright, so if you want, you can put it in like a heavy burlap sack or some kind of a really heavy bag, or otherwise you can just take it, smash it, even just cover it in a towel, use a hammer. Woo! Delicious. Alright, so now you carefully use a knife or a spoon to separate the coconut from the shell. Sometimes this can take a long time, other times it just pops right off. This is going to take a minute, so I'll just show you the finished product. This one actually wasn't too bad. You get big pieces like this, you can cut it maybe in half or in quarters. And this brown stuff on the back, it's all good, because again, with a high-powered blender like the Vitamix, we're going to be completely pulverizing it and then running it through the nut milk bag. If you have less than half of it filled up with the coconut water, you might want to add a little bit of hot water. But again, with the Vitamix, it doesn't make it too big of a difference. If you have a weaker blender, you may need to actually hand grate all the coconut. So that's another real huge plus for the Vitamix. Bible. Shameless. Alright, so here we go. We just put that on there. We have this handy dandy tamper, which really makes all the difference in the world. Put it on top. Start it at low speed. Turn it up slowly. Here we go. Violent like a psycho killer! And there we have it. Now I could add some water to this, but because I didn't, it's going to be really thick and creamy coconut milk, which is really awesome for this recipe. Traditionally, Sag is thickened with cream. So, cream spinach. So this is coconut cream spinach, 1,000 times better. Dump it into the nut milk bag. You don't have to worry about getting all of it out. It's okay to have a little bit in the blender. We'll be using that again. Coconut milk is one of the easiest digestible fats. It's one of the only fats, in fact the only fat or food that I know of you can actually feed an infant while they're still breastfeeding in the first week or less. So we just squeeze this out. We got all this beautiful, thick, creamy coconut milk. So we have, squirting all over the place, be careful. From that one coconut, we ended up getting 1.5 cups, which is completely perfect. Sometimes you'll get 2 cups, sometimes you even get 3 cups. It depends on the size of the coconut, how much water is in there, and also if you add water. Sometimes I like to add celery or carrots, or I'll add my ginger first. But this is how we're doing it right now. So we have 1.5 cups, perfect to the recipe. add it back to the blender. I'm gonna add my green onions. Got a nice thumb of ginger, gonna put that in there. And then also, gonna take the bums of the mushrooms. There we go. Just thickens it up just a little bit, gives it that mushroomy flavor. Put the top back on. Here we go. Forgot one thing, the optional ingredients. Now you don't have to put them in if you don't like. But I have here just a little bit of cumin, there's a teeny bit of turmeric, and a teeny bit of cinnamon and clove. Kind of make a little bit of an East Indian spice. Of course, use freshest as bestest. That's all it takes. Now we have some deliciously flavored East Indian coconut milk. We're gonna pour it back in the bowl and prep the mushrooms. We have two beautiful portobello mushrooms. They're actually giant crimini mushrooms. I love crimini and portobellos both. If you haven't seen my video on vitamin D and my favorite ways to get vitamin D as a raw food vegan, you should check that link out right here. Inside it tells amazing facts about mushrooms and how to get multiple times of vitamin D3 from mushrooms as one of those favorite sources. Back to the recipe. I'm gonna cut these into cubes. This is the Veganeer. Mushrooms provide a nice meaty texture. They soak up a lot of flavor. So you just cut them into little cubes. If you don't like mushrooms a lot, you can use a little bit less, or otherwise you can use other ingredients like zucchini to make up for the paneer cubes. Once you're done, throw all the mushrooms in the broth. So we have all the mushrooms in there. We're gonna stir them in and let them soak for about half an hour to 2 hours, depending on how much time you have. So with TV magic, an hour has passed, and you can see the sauce is really thick, it's nice and brown, it's got that earthy, delicious mushroom flavor, and the mushrooms themselves have soaked up that delicious coconutty, gingery, a little bit of spice juice there, so it's really nice. In the meantime, while that was going on, I actually made the Sweet Dream Team from my 101 frickin' rawsome recipes, 101 frickin' rawsome recipes, 101 frickin' rawsome recipes. Very simple, hygienic, 811 style foods, 1 to 5 ingredients, really easy food combining. You can get that also by donation. But back to the Tire Retreat Treats recipes, the Sag Veganeer. So, what we do, oh wait, I need a bite. Oh, it's a big secret to the raw food lifestyle. Get your fill of fruit first. Eat until you're totally satiated, and then move on to the vegetable meal. Alright, there'll be time for that in a minute. So, what we want to do is drain this back into the blender. A little bit of the mushrooms go in, that's fine, but we want to reserve most of the mushrooms. So as you can see, we've actually lost about a half a cup into the mushrooms, so that's really awesome. Now what we're going to be doing is just stuffing this sucker full of these greens. Now this is 1.5 pounds. You can use all the way up to 2 pounds depending on how thick you want it. This is a mixture of the garden greens, as said, and also some fresh organic spinach. So put a bunch of that in there. Start with that. Put it in here. And here's a big secret. Set your Vitamix to about a 5 or 6. Turn it on low. And then you use the tamper. What we do is turn it on, we just push all those greens into the blaze. This gives it a partially blended but not completely blended effect. You want it kind of creamed but not quite, just smoothly blended. Alright. It's amazing how much greens you can really get in here. This is an amazing recipe to get just abundance of green leafy vegetables in. This doesn't necessarily need to be the main dish, it can be just a side dish. Side anything else you like. Keep on blending. Get her all in there. Of course you can add any delicious herbs. I've liked to add cilantro. There we go. I'll grind this up. This tamper really differentiates the Vitamix from many other blenders, and it really helps with a ton of recipes to get the best textures and to actually help get thicker sauces by pushing all the ingredients down. We'll give it just a quick. Alright. There we go, that looks perfect. Now I'm going to transfer these mushrooms into this big bowl here. Look at that. So nice smelling. There we go. Here's my beautiful wooden spoon. Don't want any to go to waste. Mix this all up. And there you have it. Amazing raw Sag Veganeer. You know, I've served this at festivals, I've served this at retreats, I've served this at self-catered events. I've served it to East Indian families who literally said, whispering in my ear, "This is better than my mom's home-cooked sag." Sorry, I had to let it out. Seriously, it is ridiculous. Among the other recipes in TRA Retreat Treats, I hope you really love them all. I really hope you love this. I hope you check out my new site, find the Easter eggs, and enjoy all the fun stuff I have to offer. You can sign up below at therawadvantage.com for 3 free ebooks. And then of course there's the TRA Retreat Treats and 101 freaking awesome recipes up by donation, among tons of other stuff like my shirts and a lot more to come. So I hope to see you at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and otherwise, see you at some of my retreats. Have an awesome day. Much love.
Retreat Treats. The cream of the crop, sucker. Ooh, a new flashy outro. Check out those videos as well as get your free ebooks by simply clicking here.